So Niall Darwin wins the Tampa Pro Classic Physique division with perfect scores, so not a surprise there at all. As I mentioned after the prejudging, it wasn't a close contest between him and Matthias Menegatti, and it was very obvious after the prejudging that Niall is gonna win this show quite handedly. So what surprised me the most is that some of those Brazilian fans out there, they hated on Niall after the prejudging. As you can see from the response Niall put out after the prejudging on his IG. And what's even more shocking is that both these guys, they were so friendly backstage, and Matthias made a separate post to congratulate Niall on this spectacular win. But some of the fans out there, they are so biased that they cannot see the real picture at all. It doesn't matter how subjective the sport is. There was no argument for Matthias winning that show simply because he wasn't as conditioned as he was at the Olympia last year. And Niall Darwin made some very noticeable improvements in the past 1 year compared to Matthias. And he actually put the whole of Classic Physique lineup on notice that he's coming in very strong for this year's Mr. Olympia. So the biggest knock on Niall last year, that was the lack of back width. And that too improved a lot in the past one off season. And if he can keep on adding to that, he's gonna be in that first Olympia call out. There are no doubts about that. Now some of us would not be surprised even a little bit if he makes the biggest impact at this year's Mr. Olympia, as he was 11th at the Olympia last year, and this year he is 100% moving up. Now Matthias brought some new size, but not in that one area where he desperately needed that. His chest looked the same, very flat, as it did last year. Now he was bigger from the side and also from the back, but he just wasn't sharp enough, especially from the back, to give Niall a run for his money. So how high do you guys think Niall Darwin can place at his second Olympia come October?